Everybody got a little bit of a workbench wise guy going on here.
Steve Austin, astronaut, a man barely alive. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was. Better, stronger, faster.
Anyway, I played that as loud as I could in the background. I didn't dare kind of like violate copyright laws. Anyway, I'm here with my now dressed work on the workbench, because when I do a dressing, you know, the star of the show was the popsicle stick. It really did help really tuck his pants down to be nice and tight. Let me tell you something. A buckle was a booger to get through. But I had what you can see down there is a dental tool that has kind of a scoop on it with that. Poked that kind of right through. Gave me a 95% straight seam to seam tuck on the shirt. The body, as you notice, it has a 3D printed bionic hand with a black glove on it. I figured he spent some time skinless. I used some rubberized boots that I got from Cotswold, but that are no longer available. That the feet, socked feet, because the pants are adequately bell-bottomed. I put him with socks, but above that you can see his bionic legs. This is the Mike Powers body. And what's triumphant, he's wearing a clear Mike Powers pull to make him talk. Or I think he had something on the back of his head. You can make that flash red. Or no, it was on his back, and you could press it and it'd make one of his eyes flash red. But the cocked eyebrow. And look at the collar on this thing. It'll eventually, hopefully, I'm going to get his chest flocked, I swear to God. He is temporarily on this Mike Powers body. He will not stand up on his own. The legs are very floppy. At this, you know, they're getting older. Older than the original Mike Powers that I got in the 70s lasted. I mean, that thing was floppy and kind of boring pretty quick as Star Wars came out. But this thing really helped me tuck it in. The dental tool, these are the other, you know, a pair of rounded pliers, you know. And as always, the champion is this one helped me loop the belt through the loops on his pants. That pair of tweezers did. But this one was at the end of the day, because I was using the tweezers to kind of poke him down, but it wasn't kind of going down far enough without having to curl. Anyway, I got a repurpose set up. It's a CI, one of the Joe Rogan figures. Another one. Something that Jeff did with his recent Lightyear entry. I had a fantastic freefall yellow uniform. I put on a yellow utility belt, which hopefully I'm going to get him one of the black hangdowns that is big enough to hold one of my laser pointer pistols. I mean, duh. And some, you know, charger pouches or something around there. Maybe I can source, or maybe Cotswold carries, you know, yellow medical pouches or something like that. Oh, the cop had white gloves, which fit in and out perfectly because they were both World Peacekeeper bodies, and that's what this is. This is a Lightyear setup. He's of course got like a super body imposing. That's a Cotswold Gray laser rifle. I recommend them. I wish I want to get a black one as well, but I can always spray it black and then do it silver or whatever I want to, kind of make it wicked. Anyway, but you can see already I'm having trouble with this seam holding together. But black boots come from, I was wondering what I was going to do with them, and I kept using them to kind of hold heads in another project, like because the bottom end, if you turn it upside down after you clip it off, you stick one of the GI Joe heads, like the one that's on this body right now, that neck post, that will go down in that boot. It's clipped and upside down, and I had like 3 lefts, and I found one more right, so I got a pair of boots to put him in. But I think it's a nice little repurpose of several little, workbench kind of stuff where, switching hands, and the gloved hands look good on there. I didn't know what on earth I was going to use them for, and then oh yeah, they fit another. Anyway, with the bubble helmet from a Lightyear set, gives me kind of a, vacuum environment warrior or sorts. I think that's neat and a good purpose for that, because I didn't want to behead this guy too. I wanted to have him part of my Team Awesome, as a zero zero gravity vacuum environment kind of warrior. But yeah, the thing about this cyborg from Gunga Toys, no, Grunga, damn it, I'll never get that right. Grunga Toys. Yeah. Where is it? Yeah, Grunga Toys. That I got off of Cotswold. I mean, the bell-bottom pants and the collar, and just that, the dude was meant to be like the James Bond. They got him off of Big Valley, I believe it was. He was in one of all the westerns that were going on. Anyway, the triumph of the body to me is Mike Powers was originally given to us in the 70s to be an answer to this oversized Steve Austin, $6 million man that got licensed to another toy company. And the G.I. Joe thing didn't, they had the bodies, and it was the wrong scale, and it was too big, and then you got Bigfoot, and he was gigantic, like 15 inches or something like that, and and then the Robot Men, they were all the same big size, but they weren't G.I. Joe size. G.I. Joe looked like a midget compared to them. Because they were like 1/4, not quite 1/4, like 1/5 scale or something like that. But this is kind of a triumph because I'm putting on the reissue through Cotswold. The body is 100% correct, and that's Steve Austin had his right hand and both legs were done. And, you pull them. I love the bell bottoms on these. I did replace the boots that came with it with some rubberized ones that I thought were way better and fit on way better. Everything about this is the head that should have come on the body, the G.I. Joe body that was next, that had the clear legs or whatever it was, the helicopter hand. It should have been his head. They should have bought his likeness. They should have invested in it, and they didn't. And it was the biggest disappointment because I'd grown up with Adventure Team, most of what I can remember. I don't think it was 3. I think it was 4. I think it was when I wasn't going to swallow stuff. Old enough to kind of understand that, no, don't put the pistol in your mouth. And you know, by the end of the 70s, by the end of everything, before Star Wars, you know, but after, kind of during and after the Planet of the Apes, we had the $6 Million Man on TV at least once a week, and it was 1 hour of adventure and Bigfoot and aliens and weird stuff. And I've got 4 seasons of it on DVD and on an online kind of server my son has set up. You know, more on that later, for a few select. Anyway, I wanted to kind of showcase these two guys, and you know, kind of, you know, point out what tools that, you know, I kind of used to get that super tight seam to seam, you know, under that you know, kick-ass 70s themed weird Bionic Man, you know, super ace, test pilot, astronaut, you know. I'm still not laughing, but just admiring the head sculpt on that, where they got that cocked eyebrow. I'm gonna really zoom in on that thing, man. Oh, it's sexy, isn't it, man? He knows what he's doing, and he knows he can flip over that car. Anyway, this is Sergeant Soldier, and this has been a little bit of Workbench Wise Guy, and I don't know what else I got back there. What's in the Footlocker, because of the CIA agent kind of getting repurposed into a astronaut kind of thing. Anyway, it was I had a couple of cups of Joe's, you can see, so you know, all hail to the popsicle stick. This is Sergeant Soldier, and I'm out.